Welcome, brothers, to Spiritual Gems for this week, March 17th to 23rd, 2025. We begin with the first question: how does sexual immorality result in giving dignity to others? Sexual immorality results in giving dignity to others by compromising the unique value and honor that God has bestowed upon each individual. When someone engages in sexual relationships outside the boundaries of marriage, they not only violate a divine standard, but also diminish the sacred self-respect that is meant to reflect God's image in them. In essence, by allowing oneself to be used for mere physical gratification, whether by oneself or with another, they lose the inherent dignity that comes from living in harmony with Jehovah's design. Moreover, this behavior can be seen as an exploitation of one's own identity. In a biblical context, dignity is not simply a personal attribute, but a gift from God, which should be preserved and honored. When a person's sexuality is treated casually or exploited outside the sanctity of marriage, that divine gift is effectively transferred to someone else. This exchange means that the individual's God-given honor is devalued, as it is offered away in a manner that contradicts the intended use of one's sexual identity. Next question: what spiritual gems from this week's Bible reading would you like to share? Proverbs 5:1 and 2. Lesson: this verse reminds us of the importance of listening carefully to divine wisdom. By actively seeking and internalizing God's insight, we equip ourselves with the discretion needed to live a life that honors Jehovah and enhances our preaching efforts. Proverbs 5:3 and 4. Lesson: these verses teach us that while temptation can be enticing and appear attractive, its outcome is destructive. Recognizing the deceptive sweetness of sin helps us maintain our moral integrity and strengthens our resolve to follow God's righteous path. Proverbs 5:7. Lesson: this verse emphasizes the need for constant attentiveness to godly counsel. Just as we are encouraged to remain focused in our studies of the Scriptures, we are also reminded to be vigilant in our personal conduct and preaching, ensuring that we do not stray from God's guidance. Proverbs 5:8. Lesson: here, we learn the importance of proactively avoiding situations that might lead us into moral danger. By steering clear of environments or influences that conflict with Jehovah's standards, we safeguard our spiritual well-being and set a positive example in our ministry. Proverbs 5:12 and 13. Lesson: these verses serve as a warning about the consequences of disregarding wise counsel. They teach us that failing to adhere to divine discipline not only robs us of spiritual strength, but can also lead to lasting regret. This underscores the need for humility and attentiveness to Jehovah's instruction in our lives. Proverbs 5:15. Lesson: this metaphor encourages us to cultivate and cherish what is truly ours, our relationship with Jehovah and the blessings within our own congregation and family. It teaches that remaining faithful in our personal life enriches our spiritual strength and enhances our effectiveness in ministry. Proverbs 5:18. Lesson: this verse highlights the beauty of faithful, enduring relationships that honor God's principles. By nurturing our marital bond and cherishing our spiritual family, we reflect Jehovah's blessing and set a powerful example of loyalty and love in both our personal lives and our preaching work. Proverbs 5:21. Lesson: this verse is a sobering reminder that Jehovah is fully aware of our actions. Knowing that every step we take is observed by God encourages us to live with integrity and accountability, reinforcing our commitment to truthfulness and ethical conduct in our ministry. Proverbs 5:22. Lesson: this teaches that the consequences of sinful behavior are self-inflicted. By avoiding actions that lead to spiritual entrapment, we safeguard our freedom and honor Jehovah. It's a call to consistently choose the righteous path and warn others against the dangers of folly. Proverbs 5:23. Lesson. This final verse in the chapter underscores the critical importance of self-discipline. It reminds us that neglecting spiritual discipline results in severe consequences, including estrangement from God's guidance. Embracing discipline in our daily lives and ministry not only protects us, but also enables us to better share the life-saving truths of Jehovah's Word.